All right. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you all are doing good this morning. I'm doing good. I've got fresh hot coffee. Running just a touch behind. Please forgive. Had a little blooper moment there. Had a little blooper. But it's okay. Nothing big. Nothing catastrophic. There were no tragedies or anything like that. We are here. We are queer and we are ready to go. Okay. So we're just going to jump right into it. It's Final Fantasy today. You know, I think we had a couple, let's see, we did two, like, I think Saturday, it's Saturday, so Saturday's kind of like my side MMO day. And the last couple weeks we were like on that New World, and New World is strong. That's a very solid addition to the channel, I believe. And the reason I believe that is because it's fun as hell. It's actually really fun, and I look and, you know, it's one of my side MMOs that I'm like most looking forward to playing at this point, but I do not wish to forget about my other side MMOs, just like Final Fantasy here, which is another really fun one, cute little game. Got cat girls, got dragon girls. Y'all, what's an MMO? Is it even an MMO if it doesn't have dragon girls? I mean, my God. I think we all agree, and I'm glad that we do, that it's not. Okay. Let me get a sip of coffee. And I hope y'all are doing good. Alright, let's jump into it, y'all. I'm eager to play. This is me, right? This is my... I can't even... Hold up. Oop. Right. And I need to check to see if I can get back on Balmung. At this point, I don't think I'm leaving Balmung anymore. I did it, I hopped off of it to do like a little event thing, and I have not been able to get back onto it, and I hated the fact that I had to make this second character and it was on a world, and the only way for me to get to Balmung is to visit it. Like when my original character, like my girlfriend messed me up, had me sub to the game, and then she wound up not even playing it. Let's see. But that got me all messed up. And yes, I'm blaming her for it. It's all, you know, it's not my fault. I always like to shirk responsibility where possible, y'all. I mean, who doesn't? Always pass that buck. But y'all, you know what? They've got a Halloween event, and I might be getting into that today. I just see all these little pump cones. They got the little pumpy cones everywhere. Look how cute they are. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen pumpkins with wings. Like, it's like part bat, part pumpkin. My God. If that ain't the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Now, this is a lot of pumpkins, and I was criticizing New World. I said, you know, there's not really enough jack-o'-lanterns out here. Let me fix my keybinds real quick. Like, how does this happen every time? It would be movement. We've got what? Strafe left. Let's go right here. Yes. And then strafe right. Like, Yoshi P, quit messing with my keybinds, boy. Like, these people think just because they can, you know, log into my account and stuff and whatever, they own the game and all that. They can't. They need to stay out of my shit, especially Yoshi. I get tired of him, y'all. Looks like we got a little pumpkin congregation here. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so let me figure this out. What is this? Oh, okay, here it is. Like, they'll give you this. This is one little thing about Final Fantasy. Is that they give you these little welcome messages, and they kind of tell you what's going on. Okay. The All Saints Wake seasonal event is underway until November the 4th. Y'all, we've got a new month. That's right. Today is November the 1st. That means a new WoW trading post. We're not going to talk about WoW while we're trying to do Final Fantasy. But since the subject came up and the thought did cross the mind, that's definitely one thing I'll be doing next week. When we have WoW Wednesdays, y'all, is we will be looking at that new trading post. And that is always something to be looking forward to. I bet it'll be Thanksgiving themed, because they've already, WoW's finished up its Halloween event, I believe. But Final Fantasy has it, and lucky me, because I'm about to look into this. So let me look at the All Saints. So how do you get into this? Because the game does not really guide you here. This game, I don't think they even have an in-game calendar. I don't think. Because I can figure this out from the calendar. Let me try to figure it out on my own before I go metagaming, y'all. I don't wish to metagame. I don't like doing it. Oh my. Little burpee poo. Hold on, I'm lost. Like, you take a few weeks off from a game and you're like, my God, this might be like, this is probably, this would be about the 4th week. Yeah, I hadn't played this in about 4 weeks, I think. We're gonna go down. Maybe it's in the, maybe right here with Shahada Jabi. The fuck is that name? Why would you put this shit in the game? Like, nobody, I don't care where you're from, what language you speak. No fucking body. Nobody can pronounce this name. I dare you. I dare you to try. Double dog dare you. Glory days. Nothing. That's nothing. Levels or leaves of swish with perch. Just let me back away. Like, this old ass god, y'all, this is some damn you want to talk about like a modern looking game that has like the user interface of something from like 2000. Like, I'm not even shitting you. There were games in 2000. Look. When you click on somebody, you can't just run away from them. Like, I just noticed this. Like, you actually, they dialogue lock you. Like, you can't move your character at all until you decline. You know, you would think you'd program that in to like, look. So if you turn to run, if you clicked on somebody and then you turn to run away, the game would just be like, oh, of course you don't really want to talk to them. Why are you doing that? Otherwise, but not this game. Like, this thing, one of the things that hurts this game a little bit is like the user experience, the user interface. It's like I've said before, it's like the fucking Russian dolls of user interface. It's like you click on one menu, you get another menu for another menu for another menu. You go through 50 menus before you find the menu that you're looking for, and then you find the thing that you're looking for on that menu, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Ay, ay, ay. So let me think for a second. So it's not obvious where to start the event. Let me just look it up, because I don't want to be here all damn day just trying to get started. The All Saints Wake. Final Fantasy 14 Saints Wake. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's have a little looky poo at the event, and then we're gonna like check it out. Zen Khan says hi. Hi Zen, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Okay, All Saints Wake. Friends and fiends behind the scenes. Now that's pretty, I like that. So we got a few days. I can definitely try to get through this today. You know, I'm a little slow. It takes me time to do stuff, whatever, but okay, so Frights of Fancy. So I've got a clue where to get started, and this in Old Gridania. With the pumpkin headed, it's showing me the chords 10, 10, 9. Pumpkin headed apparition, Old Gridania. Okay, so that's all the metagaming I'm doing. I just want to see where and how to get started. Zen says, are you Texan? I am not Texan. I'm from the Southeast. But I get that a lot. Let's see. The Afghan. Okay, so let me think. I have to airship. Okay, let me go to. Let's go over here. I think I have to go down to the airship landing. Zen says, so Florida basically? Not quite, not quite. The Carolinas. Let's see, ride the airship landing. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, now I get a ticket. Okay. I'm getting my bearings about me. It's been almost a month since I played this last. Let's see. Let's go to Gridania. One thing I want to do today, I hope I can get through the little event kind of quick, because I want to get some fishing today. Like, last week in New World, I was doing some fishing, but I only got to do just a little bit at the end, and New World has really good fishing. And that's something I've been thinking about recently. Like, I think that one ways MMOs can really set themselves apart from others is by having really good fishing. Because I think that, like, World of Warcraft, one of my favorite games of all time, always has a spot on the channel. It has the weakest fishing in class out of all MMOs. Like, there's just nothing. Like, what you see is exactly what you get. There's no levels to it. But New World on the other hand had some amazing fishing. It was like engaging, it was interacting, there was different baits, you had to time your cast, etc. It was fun. And I think Final Fantasies is something like that. Zen says, my friend just gave me a gummy bear that I've been sitting on all night, and I ate it without questioning him. Well, Zen, you know, those gummy bears that you've sat on, or that have been sat on, so they're a little warm, or maybe no, you didn't. Let's see. So was it still warm? Is my question. Because warm gummy bears piss, even if they're warmed up by the booty. You know, you can do the microwave, or, you know, of course you can have your friends sit on it. It's it's whatever, as long as it's warm, but warm is biz. Yeah, I wouldn't question that gummy bear. I always say, never look a gift horse in the mouth. Any gummy bear, good gummy bear. Matter of fact, that's making me want some gummy bears, or even a gummy worm. Because those are good too. Okay, now I need to go. Okay, let's see. You always have to run upstairs. Zen's like, seriously, my friend, bro. Is this new? I think this is new. Oh my god, like, every time this game gets a little update, something happens to my keybinds. I swear to god, I have put map. Where is it? I'll never find. Let's see. Shortcuts, maybe. Map. Map? Put that right there. There we go. Okay, that's better. Zen says, I'm going to lick you. Sigh. Yeah, let's sigh. Okay, now this is what? Is this old Gridania? Let's see, there's, cause you got all, this is new. So let's see, I can go north. Somebody's playing the guitar. Or some kind of string instrument, I have no idea. It could be a harp for all I know, I don't know. Harps are nice though. I wish more people would play them in bands. I mean, I'd like to see somebody like grinding a harp. You know, like a front man of a band just grinding the fuck out of a harp. And like nobody bats an eye at it. Like nobody's like, bro, why don't you just play a guitar? And he's like, fuck it, I'm on that harp. Oh wow, you got one of them friends. You know, those are the best kind of friends to have. Zen says my friend my friend grabbed the phone and typed that. That's hilarious. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I was like, yeah, that's a totally we've departed. That's a totally different tone, but you know, I'm flexible. Let's see. So you want to be where's this thing at? Covered in once bitten, twice shy. They gave me some let me look at it again. Maybe it's 10-9. Let's see, 10-9. Yeah, I figured it was this Frights of Fancy, cause you know, Frights and Halloween and all that. Sin says, my friend once screamed in the middle of class, "Stop violating my virginity." Oh goodness. That reminds me of like, what is it? It's not Happy Gilmore. What's the other one? What's that guy's name? Let's say Happy. Adam Sandler. It's the one like the Adam Sandler movie where he goes back to school. Like, and let's see. He's sitting at the back of the class and he's like, yeah, Billy Madison, that's it. Oldie but a goodie. He's like, no, I will not make out with you. The pumpkin-headed apparition proffers out her hand in invitation. Let's see, accept. Yeah, Zen says, I watched that, it's funny as hell. Yeah, Adam Sandler's got quite a few good ones. Let's see, pumpkin-headed apparition says, aha, well met, adventurer. 'Tis once again All Saints' Wake, the season where fiends make for fine friends. Enjoying the festivities, I trust. Well, frick, I just got here, lady. While the Saints are away, a well-known theater troupe has stopped in Gridania to play. They host a grand masquerade in the old manor that they might sate their hunger for merriment. Well, okay, yeah. Sounds like Halloween, you know. Zen says, my friend has taken the phone again. Good luck. The pumpkin-headed apparition says, you have yet to meet these fearsome folk, but they are known as the Continental Circus, performers who relish the bone-chilling nights of All Saints' Wake season. Their ghoulish gala is the talk of the town, and knowing the troupe's appetite for mischief as I do, I sense what lies in store. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna read that. No, I'm not a femboy. I'm transgender. Pumpkin-headed apparition says, let's see, I read that one. I implore you to view the spectacle for yourself. You need only speak with the genial geyser. He shall guide your steps to the Haunted Manor. Okay. Wait, who do I need to... Oh, it's this guy right here. They put the little wing thing over his head. Come one, come all to the Continental Circus Grand Masquerade. Shall I guide you to the festivities, good madam? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Ay, big stretch. Yes, guide me to the festivities. Enter the manor? Yes. I see, Zen. I see. Says that's why I said good luck with the skull. Oh, look at here. Look at this one. Impresario. He says, I bid you welcome, dear guest. It is our honor to host you. An adventurer? Not that adventurers are unwelcome, mind. I harbor no ill will against them whatsoever. Now tell me, what brings you to our manor of happy horrors? So what will I say? The masquerade, of course. Oh my Zen. That is wild. Impresario says, are you now? Then I ask you forgive me my initial scrutiny. Past experiences have made me rather wary of adventurers, let's say. Zen says, he took the phone again. How do I know that's your friend doing that and not just you, Zen? I'm very sus. Let me get a sip of coffee. Zen says, I'ma go for he violates Twitch rules again. Alright. right, Zen. Have a good one. Impresario says, but I tire of shadowy schemes and the accusations that often follow. So I shall lay bare our secrets as a gesture of good faith. However, you must swear never to share with others what I reveal. Well, I can't make no promises, Impresario. He says, though we of the Continental Circus disguise ourselves as mortal men and women, we are in truth a troupe of otherworldly creatures. For some of us, our monstrous, quote-unquote, costumes are, in fact, our true form. Where our own glamour dispelled, you would see me as I truly am, an imp. Like, oh my God, y'all. Impresario's an imp, but he's looking like a man dressed with a pumpkin on his head. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Impresario says, not so long ago, our ultimate goal was to drown this realm in the blackest night and usher in a long coveted legend among my kind. The night of devilry, where our leader, the Great Gord, would rise again and strike terror into the hearts of men. Well, that does not sound very nice, Impresario. That sounds pretty terrible. Oh God. Look at the eyes, y'all. Can you see the psychopathy here? It's crazy. Then again, it is an imp. But this is good. I like the way they're cutting this. You know, they've got this in the back. This is really cool. Got all the jack-o'-lanterns. Like I was saying, I was criticizing, like, you have to, on Halloween in your MMO, there has to be so many goddamn jack-o'-lanterns that, like, they need to be everywhere, right? And New World only had like 2 big ones outside the little town. And I was like, that is not nearly enough fucking jack-o'-lanterns. You know, you got, Final Fantasy's doing it right. They got ghosts, they got goblins, they got this thing that's a imp that's also looks like a person but with a jack-o'-lantern on its head. Yeah, they doing it right over here. A lot of people don't respect Halloween, you know. I think the Amazon people, they don't really give Halloween its due, y'all. Yeah, Amazon Game Studios. Maybe they'll do better for Christmas. But Impresario says, but as a few void-sent compatriots have recently taught us, there lies a reward even sweeter than mortal fear. One that fills our hearts and satiates our soul. Gratitude. Impresario says, one taste, they said, and we would be unable to deny the fulfillment it brought us. Thus, the circus abandoned its malevolent ambitions to pursue honeyed words of appreciation instead. When glorious autumn twilight reigns supreme across this realm, mortal and void sent must join hands in harmony and carouse to their heart's content. In doing so, all shall know unforgettable thrills and chills beyond comprehension. Our masquerade is proof of this desire. Listen well, and you, too, shall hear our guests cry out in splendor. Like, this thing yaps more than I do, y'all. Like, if y'all thought I was a yapper, think again. Distant screaming. Ah! Please make it stop. Y'all, they torturing somebody up in this manor. This looks like Hake Manor. Maybe they told me that and I wasn't paying attention. Impresario says, why, that's not splendorous at all. Please, you must believe me. We have no intention of frightening our guest. That's a neat word on me, a frightening? They just make that up. It says, at least, not like this. Impresario. Everyone swore a solemn oath to entertain. How has it come to this? Well, y'all, he's clearly lost control of his ghouls and goblin friends. You know. Says, oh, you needn't glare those daggers at me. I haven't the foggiest as what transpired, but perhaps you might use your skills of inquiry to our benefit. So he knows I was thinking. He knew what I was thinking. He knew I thought he was sus. I mean, we are talking to a fucking imp after all. Y'all, that's okay. Just to be clear, what an imp? What is an imp? That is Satan's spawn. Okay. Impresario says, I beseech you, adventurer, survey the manor and discover what has brought our patrons such distress, starting with the second floor. I shall remain here to oversee affairs. Once you have identified the cause of this chaos, you must inform me with all due haste. Should bale rumors begin to spread, I fear the Adventurers Guild's suspicions will soon follow. And they should. I believe this imp is engaging in criminal activities here in this manor with his friends, his associates. What? It says you may now use mounts within the Haunted Manor? Okay, so they're not, it looks a lot like Haunted Manor. They're not calling it that. They're just calling it the Haunted Manor. But I can use a mount in here. Very cool. So we're going to see what this little event, I wasn't planning this today, y'all. We just fell into it. I had no idea they were having an event, little Halloween event. So this is good. I love when I come into the game and it just shows me, it's like, hey, look, you can do this thing and it'll be fun. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. That's what I'm doing then. Bippity bop, hippity hop, bop 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 bop. Let's see. Okay, let me go. Huh. There's a bit of fog in here going about. So it wants me to gather information on the manor's second floor. Okay, well, let me go up there. Hold up. What is that? What is that? What is page up? I forget. I forget. Trying to figure out what my actual mount bind is, y'all. We'll figure it out. I don't know what page up is on my mouse at this point. Like I said, it's been damn near a month since I played this. This is a mucose mummer. Look, even the fireplace looks evil, y'all. Look at that. It's like got eyes up there. Okay, let's talk to the mucus mummer. Okay, he ugly. Look at that. My God. That's like a thumbnail screenshot right there. Like, tell me it's not. Like, this a... My gosh, he's very photogenic, y'all, is what I'm trying to say. The mummer says, "Silence! Silence! I say, you must go away! Where we go, chaos and devilry follow. Remain here, and in chaos you shall wallow." Y'all. Okay, I always enjoy reading Final Fantasy dialogue, y'all. I can't always say the same for WoW's dialogue. It's just not as fun to read. It's not often, like, when they write WoW, like the quest designer writes WoW dialogue, they don't often use prose, right? They don't really try to be lyrical or anything, whereas apparently the writers of Final Fantasy's dialogue, they do. They take like special care in writing their dialogue, and you can just see how it kind of rolls off the tongue and rhymes a bit, and it makes it very enjoyable to read. And that's a good thing, y'all, because if you know anything about Final Fantasy XIV, there's a lot. They give you a lot to read, so it's good that it's enjoyable to read. Okay. So this performer is too absorbed in their mischief to listen to what you have to say. Well, that's messed up. Give me just 1 second, y'all. I wanted to look at something real quick. Okay. Okay, I was back. Let me... That's on my action bar, right? Like, what was I putting that on? Okay, well, let me just fix this real quick, because it's going to drive me crazy, because I need to use my mount a lot. So let's go on hotbar. I think this is hotbar 2. Right here. So I was doing like alt page up. Let me do this. Okay. That's my map. I can probably just do something a little different than I normally do with like WoW, and not really, because I don't think Final Fantasy is like mouse scroll wheel friendly. Let me see, character config, keybind right here. Now let me look at this. I won't get bogged down in it, y'all, I promise. Just give me a sec. Hotbar 2. Yada yada. So we were right there. I am gonna put... Let me just see if it'll let me do mouse wheel. It will not, and that's very unfortunate. Because that gives you so many binds, y'all. Being able to scroll scroll wheel up, shift, alt, shift, scroll wheel up. You know, it opens up like 4 binds or 3 or 4 binds for each scroll direction when they let you use the mouse, but I don't know why they won't. So I'm just gonna put it to like shifts. I'm gonna put this one to C. I'm just gonna do it like I use do movement. Yes. And then let's see, just shift C. Wait a minute, hold on. There we go. Apply that. Right, okay, and now just swap the 2. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. C is way too good of a keybind. It's way too dexterous to keep that bound to like character sheet, you know. Okay, so we got that fixed, and then let me look at one more thing. Auto run. Let's see, do they have auto run, please? Yes. Let's just put it right there. Apply that, close that, and we're done. All right, let's talk to the petrified patron. He shudders. Hungry puddings down the hall, armed zombie gestures down the stairs. They didn't tell me this masquerade would have me running for my life. Y'all, they didn't tell him that. Why wouldn't they tell him that? I mean, y'all, what do you expect when you come in a haunted house? Like, these people acting like they ain't never been to a damn haunted house, y'all. Like, when you go to a haunted house, expect to be scared. I mean, that's kind of how it works. Have y'all seen the videos of dumbasses going to haunted houses and like the people try to scare the dudes and then the dudes are like bowing up? Like they're bowing up at the people that are just doing their jobs, like they're gonna fight them. Like, how fucking dumb do you have to be? Just so goddamn immature, it's just hard to believe. But it's like, you know, they wanted to make a YouTube video, so. What is it? This is the coolest haunted house ever. Now that don't look good. What's going on here? Let's talk to the little magic pot. Give me an elixir, it says. Well, I don't have a damn elixir. It says no elixir, then no treats for you. You little shit. What the hell? Okay. So so at some point I'm gonna be having to get elixirs, and this is kind of like the game's way of sort of maybe teaching me about that. There's a fellow person. Okay, confused child. Says, excuse me, miss. Have you seen any elixirs around here? That creature in the pot won't stop asking for one, but they cost more than my allowance can afford. Well, damn, girl, you gotta talk to your parents. You got, girl, honey, get on your fucking game, girl. You got to get your bread up. The fuck she doing out here? You got to learn how to hustle in these streets, honey. You got to learn how to fucking grind. This is goddamn Eorzea, girl. The fuck is wrong with you? Dumb as shit. When I was goddamn 10 years old, y'all, I was a fucking entrepreneur already. Damn. I keep forgetting I can mount. Here we go. We're chocoboing it, y'all. We chocoboing, don't worry. I know I'm an expert at this, y'all, I promise. Best gamer ever, you know. Like, PC gamers constantly calling me. I keep having to hang up. It gets so aggravating. They're trying to put me on the cover. I just don't think I have time for it. Clearly you have to go around like this. Let's go this way. Like, they don't tend to let you run through walls in this game. Here we go. Skittish acrobat. Huh. It says, aha, next, I could gouge out some eyeballs. What the fuck? Says maybe even gobble up a few fresh organs while I'm at it. Okay, that's not an acrobat, y'all. That's not a human. This is what they're in disguise. This is another devilish creature, y'all. Engaging in devilry, as they call it. This performer is so absorbed in his own machinations that he hasn't noticed you. Well, fuck him. Fuck you. Okay, let me go. Pop, pop, pop. Mount up on the chocobo. Bruh. Y'all, I just had a little... I just blipped out there for a second, y'all. Some people call it a brain fart. I don't call it that, y'all, because I've never farted. Let alone had one of these brain farts people talk about. Maybe I had a bit of a misfire there. You know, a little neuronal firing, you know, went awry. That's what happened. Impresario says, the intrepid adventurer returns. How fared the others? Well, they wouldn't tell me shit, Impresario. They wouldn't tell me nothing. Because you didn't give me the elixirs that I need. Boy. Imp. He says, despite our newfound mission, we do still take great pleasure in mortals' fits of fright. I suspect they have forgotten themselves and prioritized their own enjoyment over that of our guest. Well, that would be a mistake. That would certainly be a mistake. Impresario says, I do empathize with their plight, and they've yet to cause any lasting harm. Mayhap it would be best to indulge them this once, and allow them their fun. Strong disagree, Impresario. Strongly disagree. I reject that. Well, let me get a sip of coffee. Yeah, you see that? You see he backed down from me, y'all. You see him back down. He got Mommy's fangs to come out a little bit, and then he started backpedaling. Look what he says. He says, I jest, of course. Of course you do. Of course you do. You fucking forget yourself, Impresario. You're talking to Eorzea's sweetheart here. And I will not be fucked with. Impresario says, we cannot allow my brethren's antics to go unchecked. But if they will not listen to the reprimands of a kindly adventurer, I can hardly imagine they would heed mine. What are you trying to say, Impresario? You ain't got no fucking power? Are you... Is he a mere pauper? Is he a part... Oh my god, he's a peasant, y'all. I've been speaking to a fucking peasant? And he's been passing himself off as royalty or some sort of nobility, maybe even the king of Halloween? Just like Jack Skellington? But he's no Jack Skellington, y'all. He's not. Uh-oh, what's this? Pumpkins whispers. Y'all, the fucking pumpkins are whispering to me. I'm either having a psychotic break or they are in fact whispering to me. I don't know which it is yet. I don't know how you tell the difference. How do you know, if you're having a psychotic break, how do you know if you're having one? I think that if you think that you're having a psychotic break, you're probably not having one, because someone that was having a psychotic break would not in fact have insight into the fact that they are. Right? That's how that works. Like crazy people don't know they're crazy, right? If they knew they were crazy, they could just stop doing it, right? They could say, oh, that's a crazy thought. I reject that. But no, what do fucking crazy people do? They say, oh, that's a crazy thought. Let me make that my lived experience. Right? Yeah. Let me get a sip of coffee. Pumpkins whispers. So, says, ha, at an impasse are we? Return to me, child, and I shall offer my aid. So, I'm supposed to go talk to a pumpkin now, like have a real conversation with it? Impresario says, is something amiss? Nope. I was not, no, Impresario, I was not just hearing voices, strange voices, you know, I was not. Nope, don't know what you're talking about. The game is telling me it seems the Impresario cannot hear the voice of the pumpkin-headed apparition. But you sense it would be wise to heed her advice and return to Gridania. Wait a minute, this is a her. Nope, I reject that. This is an elf boy, I can tell by the fucking model. The hell they talking about? I get tired of this horse shit. This game constantly misgenders people. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I won't stand for it. Nor will I sit for it. I will do neither. Let me see. So where am I supposed to go now? So I gotta go speak with the pumpkin-headed apparition in Gridania. Y'all ever seen that movie Pumpkinhead? That's an old ass movie. I don't know what year it came out in. I remember watching it. And quite scary actually. Let's go. Leave the Haunted Manor. Manor. The Manor, y'all. Alright, so let's just have a little looky-poo. Let me look at this thing, y'all. Hold up. Let me get a look at this. Well, if I click on her, no, it doesn't zoom in. Hold on. No, I don't want to skip it. I just want to hit escape and back out and start over. But now I've messed up the dialogue. But anyway, so let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can just... No, hold on. I'm fucking abandoning this so that I can... There. Now. Wait a minute. It's not gonna make me redo the whole damn thing, right? Oh, good God. Okay, so that's a big flaw with the game. It doesn't... If you abandon one part of a quest chain, you abandon the whole goddamn thing? Like, all I wanted to do was go back and read the dialogue that I missed from the first quest. Oh, god damn, that's stupid design. Like, normally I would be a little more gracious in my critique. But y'all, point blank, that is just fucking harebrained and stupid. Okay, really? So now we gotta skip through this? Oh, good God. So we're gonna just run through this again and go real fast. Because you can't make a single fucking mistake. And like, why don't they just have it where you can back up the dialogue? Like, have to start the whole goddamn quest over again? Skip all this, we done this. What the fuck? Like, this is actually unfucking believable. But now we're going to try to speedrun it. But if you know anything about Final Fantasy, there's no such thing as speedrunning, y'all. Oh my God. So we learned something new about the game. And it's not a good thing. Maybe it's just this one quest that works like this. So we're just gonna try to go through this. Let's see if I can skip the cutscenes. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we can skip a little bit of it to get back through where up to where we were real quick. And also, not gonna forget to mount. Gee whiz, y'all. Talk about sucky ass quest design in this part of the game. I had no idea that you couldn't just be, like, they don't break the quest up into the legs in which it's presented. The whole thing, you you abandon like one little part. There is no way to do that. You just abandon the whole fucking thing, even if you're at the end of a chain. Y'all, talk about grind my gears. But that's okay. And now that I'm doing this quickly, I kind of see how slow I do things when I'm just going through it the first time. Like, cause we could seriously just run through, like when I'm going through something at my own pace, y'all, as opposed to just trying to do it as fast as it can be done. I think my pace is like 5 to 10 times slower. Okay. Just trying to remember to mount so we can go as fast as we can. I just want to get back to that girl and I want to read all the dialogue. Alright, just talk to the little acrobat real quick, skip through that. It'll only take a few more minutes to get back to where we were. Yeah, we go this way, okay. Cute little music, y'all. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Addams Family, if y'all have ever seen that. I mean, I know there was an old ass show from like 40 years ago or something. Not talking about that, just talking about like the movie, some of the newer movies. Confused child. I think there was a movie that came out in the 90s. The Addams Family, I think that's the one I'm probably talking about. It was really good. Bum, 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 bum. The Intrepid Adventure. Okay, we're not reading that because we're just trying to catch up and we're almost there. Okay, so I think now we just exit and we will be back where we were. So it took me like 40 minutes to go through that the first time where I was actually reading everything versus like, what was that, 5 minutes? So let me read, I'm gonna read this dialogue, y'all. Go through this with the pumpkin-headed apparition and then I'm gonna take a quick little break, probably just a, you know, a couple of 3 minutes, something like that. Okay, so Pumpkinhead says, "You are returned. The children of the circus are a fascinating bunch, are they not? Their antics never fail to amuse me. But while their intentions are pure, we must calm those who have lost themselves in feasts of fear. I believe I can conjure something that will do just that." Pumpkinhead says, "I shall begin the preparations. For your part, I would ask you to procure a few necessary ingredients. I require All Saints cookies and a decorative pumpkin." Well, why can't I just have that one you're using for her head, lady? I mean, come on. She says, "The shady schmuck over yonder is like to have a few cookies to spare. As for the pumpkin, the Botanist Guild possesses a pumpkin patch for our needs. Seek out the Great Loam Gourd Keeper. He will be happy to oblige you. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go find a Gourd Keeper, but first, I'm gonna take a little break, y'all. Grab some coffee, visit the loo. I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. Glad to be back. A little break, it's always refreshing. Always feel a little better after getting up, you know, stretching the legs. I always think too, you know, even when I'm not streaming, I have this little thing on my phone. It reminds me to get up for like a few minutes once every hour, you know, and get up and do something. It's pretty cool because it also kind of reminds me like, hey, get your clothes out of the dryer, or take your clothes from the washing machine, put it in the dryer. I kind of use it as like a little, hey, you know, do a touch of work real quick reminder, like type of thing too. But it's good. It also keeps me from getting like achy. You know how you sit down for too long, make your back ache. But yeah, I always feel better after a little stretch, little walk around, you know. And I got fresh hot coffee, y'all. Let me get a sip. And let me stop my yapping so we can play the game. I would like to see what all the event has to offer before I run out of time. Oh, let's see. Lutan. I like that name. Lutan. So what am I doing now? So Frights of Fancy. So, okay. So old Pumpkinhead over yonder wants me to obtain a bag of All Saints cookies from the Shady Smock, as well as a decorative pumpkin from the Great Loam Gourd Keep. What is she doing? Like, yeah, what is she doing? Anybody? Like, what? Girl, what in the fuck? Are you on the corner? Like, where's the red light at? I guess that's it. Is that the red? Are we in the red light district? What the hell? What the hell is this cat girl doing, y'all? Like, what in the like, schmuck, honey, what are you? Like, this is, like I've said, y'all, this is a family channel. I don't think anybody disputes that. Everybody knows that at this point. It's probably one of the least debated things on the internet, if I had to imagine, and I do imagine. I enjoy imagining, but it's a fact. But it gets harder and harder to do because they keep these lascivious developers, these naughty, lurid, lewd developers keep putting stuff like this in my video games, y'all, and they're running off my family audience. You know? Good golly. Get a sip of coffee. Oh, my throat's a little bit sore, y'all. The last few days, I think I got what they call a post-nasal drip. Get a sip of coffee. Because it's just on the right side, and I noticed like a couple days ago, like my nose was kind of stuffy. And I think somebody else was telling me that their nose, they were having a thing. They were having that sniffle nose. I believe it was Seal. But, and I was like, yeah, it's like going around. But anyway, y'all, the game. Shady Smock says, hee hee, sorry, dearie. We're not selling at the moment. Here on behalf of the Pumpkinhead, you say? That's right, and that's what I call her too, Pumpkinhead. Smock says, well, if it's for her, I suppose I could make an exception. But you best keep it a secret from our other guest. Oh, hey, look, honey. Honey, it's between me and you, okay? It's between us gals, okay? She says, there you go. One bag of freshly baked All Saints cookies. Send the Pumpkinhead my regards, won't you? I reckon. I reckon I can do that. Okay, let's go over and get a decorative pumpkin. I can't mount here. Y'all, they gonna let... this game is so damn confused, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. I'm not the one that's confused. This game is confused. Why can I use a mount in a haunted house, but I can't use a mount running around a place like this? Like, my God, it's open. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to mount here. Like, just, you know what? Just grind my damn gears, why don't you? You know, just grind my gears. It won't be the first time it's grinded my gears today. It won't be the last time. Veronica says, I'm almost done with the Zoom call. Good, sweetie. Good. I hope that's going good for you. Little pumpkin just hanging out. I didn't see not nary a pumpkin this Halloween, y'all. I didn't go do no Halloween stuff. The niece and the nephew didn't even stop by this year. They done got too old. You know, like, I guess last year was going to be their last year to go trick-or-treating. They didn't tell me about it. You know, I'm always the last to know anything. But usually they come over. They did not. They didn't. Oh, okay. Baby says it's just a refresher training that happens every few weeks with a smiley. And says everyone gets it. It's boring. Yeah. Okay, so the Great Long Gourd Keeper is a tall ass elf boy. And he says, in need of a decorative pumpkin, are you? Well, you're in luck. I've got a plump and round one here, freshly carved, no less. Is that a fact? Okay, well, good. He says, we of the Botanist Guild. We of the Botanist Guild take great pride in our pumpkins and are glad to share them with one and all. They make for sweet treats and charming decorations this time of year. I do hope you'll make good use of yours. Well, of course I will. It's a pumpkin, silly. I know exactly what to do with a damn pumpkin on Halloween. I'm gonna carve that thing up. That's gonna be it's gonna be like a prize-winning jack-o'-lantern, y'all. Like, I'm gonna get fancy as hell with it. Like, mommy don't play no fucking games. Okay. And y'all, I'm gonna have to look at my stream settings, because apparently I have done something and it has messed with the quality. I'm looking at right now, it's telling me that it's 480p quality. And I don't know if I accidentally set it to auto adjust based on like any little bandwidth thing or something, but I'm gonna have to look at that after the stream. But I shan't dwell. Let's carry on. It's good enough for now. And I might have ticked it to like decrease its quality if I was getting drop frames or something. I might have done that. Because I have noticed that in the past week or two, I've been having way less drop frames. Like almost none. But one other thing too is that I do know that OBS has a pending update, and I skipped it the last time I streamed and I forgot to download it. But such is life, y'all. I be making little bloopers sometimes, you know. It's okay. We gonna make it, you know. It's gonna be alright. Okay, so Pumpkinhead says, have you gathered the ingredients? Well, yes, I have, Pumpkinhead. Here you go. Here's a cookie. Here's a pumpkin. Enjoy. Pumpkinhead says, excellent, excellent. These will make for a most magnificent result. Of course they will. Says, now I shall concoct a creation that will strike terror into the hearts of naughty children who have forgotten their purpose, and joy into the hearts of weeping mortals. Oh my God, a modern day Don Quixote out here righting the wrongs, y'all. Who would have thought something that looked like this, you know, would be out here, you know, spreading moral prosperity or something. Yeah, fuck it. That's what I'm calling it. It's good enough. Complete. I was just looking at this thing. Okay, dressed to Impresario. Okay, Pumpkinhead. Let me get a sip of coffee because my throat is sore. It's been going that. I thought it was getting better, but maybe it's because I'm yapping a little. You know, I'm going hard on the yapping this morning. Because it was feeling better. I didn't even know I had a sore throat this morning, but it's back. Oh, cool. So I'm getting like, oh, good. Yeah, I'm getting experience from this. That's always good to see. Now, let's put an end to the Continental Circus's cruel tricks, shall we? Pumpkinhead says, with the materials you have gathered, I shall prepare the solution we require. But all good things take time. I suggest you return to the manor and inform the Impresario of our plan. All shall be made clear soon enough. Alright, so I'm going back to the Haunted Manor. And let's not forget, y'all, don't let me forget, this is the dude that like takes you there. Because I done forgot that. And by the time, I just about guarantee y'all that this is like most MMO Halloween events where you get the introductory thing and then once it's done, you go farm currency and stuff and they show you like the vendors and you probably get the toys and you get the transmog and you get the this and the that and maybe a mount and you're so happy and you're just la 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 la. Okay, Genial Guesser says, I am told, or Geyser, he's the Geyser, not a guesser, y'all. Clearly that's not guess. I am told there is a situation occurring at our masquerade, but I have faith that you will solve it. Shall I guide you to the manor? It's your, Geyser, it's your only fucking purpose. Of course that's what you're gonna do. Like, why would he think he's gonna do anything else? He's literally here because he has one purpose, y'all. He's the fucking teleport NPC, but he doesn't know it. He doesn't know he's an NPC. Damn. Must be tough, y'all. I'm glad I'm not an NPC. Or a normie. That would be terrible. Let me get a sip of coffee while he's role-playing. Let's see. Okay, Impresario says, welcome back. I regret to report that circumstances remain unchanged here in the manor. Have you any new ideas to share? Well, of course I do. Impresario says, concocted A creation, you say? Of what kind? Who dis? Oh my, this is the unusual usher. Look at that bow tie. Let me get that. Let me get that fucking bow tie. Look at the drip. Look at the drip, would you? My God. The usher says, apologies for the wait. My master proudly presents a ghoulish gift for our dear Impresario. Oh, what in the hell is this? Oh my God. Impresario says, my word, this doll is the spitting image of me. The usher says, "'Tis no ordinary doll, I assure you. You may operate it by riding atop its head. And that's not all. Take control, and you shall have a bevy of illusory spells at your disposal." Y'all, what in the happy hell is this? What in the happy Halloween is this? Like a damn, it looks like a y'all, it looks like a goddamn bipedal chocobo with a huge ass hump pumpkin for a head. That's what it looks like. Usher says, "These illusory spells are based on the materials our adventurer friends so kindly provided us. Delectable delights for the worthy and a haunting trick for those undeserving of treats." Impresario says, "I see. A solution to mollify both parties. Might I leave the operation of this magic doll to you, adventurer? In this mortal glamour, I doubt I'll be able to maneuver it as well as you." Of course, y'all, I get left to do the fucking bidding, y'all. This is just how it goes. Impresario says, "Once you have shown them the error of their ways, order them to return to me, and I shall re-educate them on the parts they must play here. Our guests also deserve recompense for their prior treatment. I ask that you send them to me as well, that I might offer them sweets in apology. I cannot bear to end their All Saints' wake on a dour note." Well, I mean, I'd hate to end it on a dour note, y'all. I mean, I strongly agree. Strongly agree. We've got to save Halloween, y'all. This was a goddamn fiasco, but we're going to put that in the rearview mirror. Usher says, "So your plans are made, yes? I shall return to my master. I wish you happy frightening and delightening." Okay, that's funny. Look at the head on this thing, y'all. It's like a true-to-life bobblehead. Or maybe even a Funko Pop. Those are, I've been getting my mom. That's one of the things I like getting my mom. I've been getting her, let's see. Let me get a sip of coffee before my throat like closes up. Like it's about to close up on me, y'all. I'm not shitting you. It's sore. But I've been getting, that's what I've been doing that for mom for her birthday and Christmas, is getting her like all the different Elvis Funko Pops. And I hope they keep coming out with more of them in his different outfits, because I think she loves them. But I had to get on her because I was over there. And she had took one out of the damn box. And I said, "Mom," I said, those are collectible. You leave them in the box." She's like, "What?" She had no idea, y'all. She ain't never collected nothing before. And she was handling it to put the thing in the box and dropped it right on its head, and luckily it didn't get no scuff marks on it. I said, Mama, goddamn. Please. But now she knows, so she's keeping them in her little box, and she's got like a little it's almost like a china cabinet that she's putting them in now. Because I was, for God, so long, me and my sister were giving her angel collectibles from Hallmark, and so she has this now for she was doing that with her angel collectibles, but now she's doing it with the Funko Pops I'm giving her. And you love to see it. The Impresario says, well then, I suppose all that's left for you to do is operate this mechanical me. Wait a minute, it's mechanical. Says, I suggest you begin by marching it right up to the second floor and calming the commotion above. Okay. And remember, my fellow performers should be convinced to return with the pumpkin's trick. I ask that you reserve the treats for our guests. We mustn't give them more undue fright. Should you find yourself separated from our pumpkin friend, simply return to me and you may hop its head once more. Now, then, off you go. Impresario. The Impresario. Let's see, is it upstairs? Yeah, both on the second floor. Yeah. Bum ba bum ba bum. Y'all, do y'all hear that music? This is some pretty cool music. It's like really good Halloween music. Oh, I'm accidentally zooming my camera in and out. Oh, I see what I've... Wait a second. Wait, what? Oh, it's giving me like almost an extra... Oh, you have to be on the mount to do this one. Or do you? Wait a second. Did I goof? Hold on, hold on, I've got to go back. Okay, I messed up. I messed them up, y'all. Say it ain't so. I've never this is my first time making a mistake, y'all. Like, not just in video games and stuff, but like in life and everything. I've never actually made a mistake before. I can't believe this has happened. Hey, Concrete. Concrete says, hello there. Well, hello, Concreto. How you doing this morning, honey? That's pretty similar to what I would have said in GL. But how you doing, Concrete? I hope you're doing good this morning. If I could get off my freaking mount. I made a little goofy poo. So there we go, right, because I wasn't, so it's confusing because I was on my mount when I took it and it looked like I was still on my mount, but I'm riding on this little thing. Like, I swear to God, if they don't offer this as a mount for this little Halloween event, I'm gonna be so pissed. Concrete says, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Over here, you know, sipping that fresh hot coffee, you know, living the good life. But also says, I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear that, Concrete. I always love a good report. Speaking of coffee, let me get a sip. Okay, petrified patron. Oh no, they're crying. It says, this isn't what I signed up for. They said this masquerade was going to be fun. Bless their heart. It says, while riding oh my God, they're calling it the Ambulario because it's ambulating. You must use the correct actions to calm the void scent and guest. Should you become dismounted, you may speak with the Impresario to ride the Ambulario again. Okay. Oh no, Concrete says they be doing temp mounts just to keep business flowing. Oh, they need a spanking. That's what they really need. Okay, so I'm supposed to do, so this one's crying, so let's see. Okay. So I can pick, I have 2 actions. Let's see, let me do this again. To calm. So, okay, so he's crying, so we need to calm him down. This one's Trickster's Treat. It conjures an illusory rain of All Saints' weight treats. That would probably cheer somebody up, y'all. I mean, if I had to guess, like if somebody like casts a spell on me and it starts raining candy, I could imagine that I would be feeling joy. Okay, that would cheer me up. The other option is Treater's Trick. It conjures spectral pumpkins bound to frighten all who gaze upon them. Well, that's not what we're going to do to somebody that's crying, y'all. I'm going to do this one. Look. Okay, he said, the patron says, what? What more could you possibly... He trails off. Did it work? He says, magic candy? Was that your doing? Well, I mean, did you see anybody else? Of course it was me. I'm very powerful, very magical. He says, they're offering cookies and candy as an apology, you say? Gods, I deserve a treat after all this. I'll be on my way then. Okay, well I think I did it right then, right? I did a good job? Ha! I did! Okay, now I'm gonna go use the, find the other performer and probably, if I had to imagine, they're gonna want me to use the other one, right? The one that frightens? Let me see if we're right. Oh, my throat's so sore. Okay, it's the mucose murmur or mummer. He says, chaos! All shall fall into chaos, I say, and you must not stand in my way. Okay, so I feel like this one, you know, he's getting a little too big for his britches. Okay, we're gonna have to bring him down a peg. All right, and the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna scare him. We'll scare the shit out of him, y'all. It's Treater's Trick for this one. He says, no, no, no. He says, Impresario, no, I have been good all this time. It's not what you think. I've done no crime. He says, oh dear, the Impresario isn't happy with us. Then I'll hurry to him, lest I cause further fuss. That's right, boy. You better behave yourself, you big fucking glop of goo. You bit looking like Jello pudding. Like, where the fuck is Bill Cosby, y'all? Cause like, this is probably like a Bill Cosby spawn right here. He's probably hiding somewhere behind one of these damn pumpkins. Oi. Okay, let's go back downstairs. I swear to God, this thing, I need this as a mount, y'all. Y'all just don't know how badly I need this as a mount. Oh, okay, and now I gotta do the first floor ones. Y'all, this is too much. And before you say it's only 4 things, y'all don't understand how big the number 4 is, right? This is a problem, okay? Like 4 is 400% more than 1. It's enormously more. Okay, it's 4 times as much. It's a huge goddamn number. Huge. Okay, the acrobat says, now that I think on it, I can't gouge any eyes in this glamour, but perhaps I could dispel it for a fleeting moment while no one's looking. Now, okay, the problem with this one is that it's ambiguous. I have no idea which one I should use on this one. Like, all it's doing is complaining about its get up. So should I treat it or trick it? Well, it's complaining. That's negativity. Okay, so let's counteract that. Let's fight fire with fire. Let's trick this one. I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. Acrobat says, "Aye, what the hells was that for?" I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out too, you know. Says, strange. It felt as though the Impresario was slapping me across the head, but it did not hurt. Has he conjured up some new illusion? I don't know. Says, you say he's summoning the whole troop to the front of the manor for a talking to. Now that you mention it, I have been a bit overzealous about frightening our clientele. I'll hurry back right away. Well, that's good. You do just that. Okay, I did the right thing. I mean, I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right, y'all. You know, one time, y'all, I was taking a test in school. And you know how they tell you, like, if you don't know the right answer, always pick C. Or always pick the one in the middle. It's something like always pick C. And I just figured, you know, because I didn't care about my grade. I didn't care about anything at that point in life. Certainly not fucking school. So I decided to test it out. And I went down through there. I think it was like a 20. I can't remember what class it was, but I just selected C for every answer. And do y'all know what I made on that test? I made a 50. And so I guess C is like giving you a 50-50 chance of being right. But it's not. I guess I would have to take a whole lot of tests to really know. You know, to make a judgment on that. But let's see, magic pot, because my sample size is quite small at 1. But hey, 'tis what it is. I've got to use the data that I have, y'all. I can't really use data that I don't have, can I? No, I cannot. Okay, the magic pot says no elixir, then no treats for you. What? Well, I don't like that, so I'm gonna scare the shit out of this little thing right here. Ugly. It looks like some kind of damn imp. Oh my god, y'all. It is. It's an imp with a fucking top knot. Like the worst hairstyle of all time. Like, y'all know, like, y'all remember like 10 years ago when people were doing that? Shaving the sides of their head all except the top and leaving like a little top knot up there. Like, the worst possible thing that you can do is try to go top knot too early. And I've been seeing people do that, y'all, back 10 years ago. Like, motherfucker walking around in Walmart with skint head on the side and like 2 inches of hair poking up, 3 inches of hair poking up on top. Like, motherfucker, do you know that you look like a goddamn turnip? Like, you should, it's too early. It's too early. Okay, please wait until you at least have 6 inches of hair. Like, why would you do that? Don't do that. But that's what he's done, y'all. He went too early with the fucking top knot. Anyway, y'all, I digress. Please forgive. Okay, I'm scaring this little shit, little bastard. That's right, that's right. What was that? You wanted to say something about elixirs? What was that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you now. The magic pot says, oh no, the Impresario's magics. That's right. You've been out here fucking perpetrating long enough. You're getting sent back for re-education. Magic Pot says, gone already? Ah, no more magics for me. Get your ass back over there. Get to the Impresario right now. The fuck you doing? Go on, get out of here. Get. It says, what? He summons us to the foyer. Yes, yes. Then to the Impresario I shall go. I've already told you 5 times. Get the fuck out of here. Go on. Y'all, you have to be strict. You have to be stern. Do you think I enjoy doing that? I don't. I take no pride. I take no enjoyment in other people's pain. Yeah, unless they want me to. Okay. Never mind that. I didn't mean to say that last part. That was just a random brain. That was a misfiring. Please excuse. Let me get a sip of coffee. Okay, I'm going, let's see, what was I doing? Okay, going this way. We're going back this way. Wait, I've got one more thing to do. Oh, yes, it's right here. Y'all, I get so confused sometimes. Isn't it apt that we're talking to the confused child now? Because, like, we're kindred spirits and everything, you know? Hang on one second, y'all. Boy, if I keep going like this, I'm going to need a cough drop for the little throaty poo. So the child says, there must be an elixir around here somewhere. If I give one to the creature in the pot, do you suppose it'll give me treats in return? Well, not right now, honey, because I done sent that thing on its merry way. Okay, it ain't got no magics right now. It's currently being re-educated. And you're being called as well. So I'm going to give her, because the pot, we've already reprimanded the pot and sent it on its merry way. So I'm going to give the child some treats, y'all. She's confused. She can't get treats from the pot. Mommy provide. Okay. Here you go, kid. Whoop. Haha. She says, it's raining candy. Yeah. I did that. She says, oh, there it goes. They're giving away free treats. Hooray! Then I'll march right up to that Impresario and tell him to give me candy. Yeah. Go do it, kid. Get out of here. Run along, you little scamp. Alright, we probably need to go back to the Impresario as well now. And take part in these little criminals' investigation. They're being investigated for wrongful use of magic in the haunted house, y'all. We're not going to tolerate that kind of mess around here. A new sheriff's in town, okay? And I'm not going to put up with it. Oh, we got them all. Look at here. Look at all the usual suspects, would you? Just look at them. Oh, I've got to get off my mount. Yes. Woohoo! Baby says, Poggers, I free for the day apparently. Fuck yeah. Easy day, baby. Easy day. Impresario says, I owe you a great debt, adventurer. With your aid, I was able to give these members of the troops a good scolding. Look at them. Just look at them. Says, while a few frights are necessary to amplify the delights we provide, we must never allow the former to overshadow the latter. It is our solemn duty to provide the small folk with a memorable All Saints Wake experience. We felt the very same, Impresario. This is the skittish acrobat talking. Even though the adventurers always came for us, even though we knew what it was like to be punished and scared in the years past, we lost ourselves, striking fear into the hearts of those who didn't deserve it. Mucus Mummer says, chaos is good for us, but not for them. We must bring smiles to their faces again. The Magic Pot says, here, here, less chaos, more treats and smiles. And what will I say? I will say, undue chaos will be promptly punished. Because, y'all, mommy rules with a goddamn velveteen fist. Mucus Mummer says, no more punishments, please. We'll remain good hosts, so be at ease. He's always rhyming. He's always rhyming. The Impresario says, all right, my fellow thespians, it's time we greeted our guest with good cheer. Return to your places and give them all the masquerade they deserve. All right, they're heading out. Look at them, the chuckle fucks. Impresario says, with that settled, I believe I should be able to handle the troop from here on out. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance, adventurer. I mean, I prefer Eorzea's sweetheart, but okay. Says, and before I forget, is the one who crafted that mechanical masterpiece an acquaintance of yours? If at all possible, I'd like to express my thanks to them as well. Impresario says, a woman sporting a white pumpkin head? That sounds awfully like the legendary Great Gourd, who would command the Void Sent forces on the Night of Devilry. Says, haha, but I jest. Legends are precisely that. Tall tales, and no more. Allow me that joke at least. Baby says, pure chaos. Nom nom nom. Says, nah, I heard mommy rules with a leather belt. You know, I don't rule with just one thing, baby. I have many facets. You know, I have many ways of dealing out swift justice. You know. Let me get a sip of coffee. And that's for you, sweetheart. She's redeeming the hydrate. That sip was for you. Impresario says, in any event, you mentioned she awaited your return at Maketo's amphitheater. Did you not? I did. She says, pray allow me to join you. I should very much like to meet this pumpkin-headed acquaintance of yours. Well, what do you know, y'all? Of course, the one pumpkin head wants to meet the other pumpkin head. Okay, like she's very intrigued, right? This is a standard issue pumpkin head, y'all. She's got the orange pumpkin right there. But, I mean, there's levels, y'all. Everybody knows this. I hope you do. There's levels to pumpkin-headedness, okay? Like, you got to get your fucking pumpkin game up. Like, you know you at the top of the pumpkin head shit. Like, you at the fucking top of the hierarchy when you got that fucking white pumpkin on your head. And she's trying to, Impresario's trying to figure out how she can get some of that. How she can get like that, you know? How she can get some of that mojo. But she's gonna try to follow along. And we'll take her. I'll take her, let her see what it's all about, you know. Let her meet my friend. So I got friends in high places, y'all. White-headed pumpkin girl, not the least of which. Okay. It's always good to make random mouth noises in downtimes, you know, like anytime you got an intermission, just always make random mouth noises. I have a whole algorithm for how to stream. Of course. Oh my god, y'all. The fuck? Impresario's tall as hell. Y'all, it's clearly got the male elf boy body, but they call it a girl. Impresario's supposed to be a girl. Let me double check. I'm checking, y'all. I guess I'll allow it. But look how fucking tall. Look at the height difference. I never get used to this. Oh wow, looking her up and down he is. Or she is, whatever. Impresario says, so, this is the one you spoke of. She does exude a legendary sort of aura. If you were to tell me she was the Great Gourd, I'd certainly believe it. But of course, that's simply not possible. What? What did Impresario say? Like, Impresario, how dare you, but so what? You cannot just cast accusations such as those at the Great Gourd? The white-headed pumpkin lady? Like, that's treason. Like, please correct yourself, Impresario. Laughing. She's laughing. Pumpkin-headed apparition says, all's well that ends well, I see. Was my clockwork creation of assistance? Y'all, I'm starting to get bad vibes, y'all. I'm starting to get bad vibes from the white-headed pumpkin lady. Impresario says, indeed it was. My brethren have remembered their duty to entertain, and I dare say our guests shall be all the merrier for it. Pumpkin-headed apparition says, that is well. I trust you will continue to give this city's mortal residents an exhilarating All Saints Wake experience. cheery child. Cheery child? Where is this cheery child at? You can't just have a cheery child off screen. Bring the cheery child about. Cheery child says, trust me, it's a lot of fun in the manor. Let's all go. Oh, we got fretful child as well. This is the fretful child right here, y'all. This is how you know the hands are crossed over the heart. That means fret. Okay, very simple. Fretful child says, you're sure those scary monsters won't eat me up? They might. They are scary monsters after all. But we reined them in. You know, I spanked their bottoms. They're not going to be bothering anybody for a while. They're going to just do their job. They're not going to step over the line again, y'all. Okay? They're not going to do it. It's safe. If y'all want to come to the haunted house, you can come to the haunted house. I'm not going to let these fucking things run amok, okay? Please, trust me. Cheery child says, they might give you a bit of a fright, but it's all in good fun. They're giving away lots of treats, too. That's right, they are. I did tell them, now y'all didn't see me do this. This was behind the scenes. I did instruct them to give extra treats. So anybody that comes to the haunted house gets extra treats, y'all. Trust me. I wouldn't make that up. Yes, hasty child. Hasty child says, well, if you say so, but you have to promise you'll stay with us the whole time. Well, I can make no such promises. I'm a busy lady. And, you know, I've got things to do. I've got Eorzea to rule, to preside over. I'm not sure I can be with you the whole time, but maybe I can be with you some of the time. Cheery child says, of course. Oh, they were talking to the cheery child, not me, y'all. I'm stealing them. I'm taking their lines. Cheery child says, of course I wouldn't leave you two behind. Come on then, let's go. Yeah, she'll protect. The smallest of the group has the most courage of the group, y'all. Y'all might think there's an irony there, but there's not. There's not. Because why? Because usually the smallest, the runt of the litter, is often the bravest of the litter. And the reason why is because they face the most adversity coming up. So there's no irony, y'all. There's none. Trust me. I know these things. Oh, baby says Toby miss you. He watching the stream. Honey, give him a little kiss for me. Tell him, mwah. Impresario says, yes, all is well. Those children's smiles are proof of it. Also, how strange. I feel as though I am truly enjoying All Saints' Wake for the first time. It's rather refreshing, actually. I shall continue to put forth my best effort that the Continental Circus's name might be known in every corner of the realm. Impresario says, but for the present, my duties call me to the manor. Thus I do ask of you, adventurer, to spread the word of our deeds and speak of us fondly in your travels. That clockwork creature you possess is a reflection of myself and of my troop as well. Use it with pride, and perhaps others will want to know more of us in doing so. I swear to God, if they don't give me that mount for keeps, I'm gonna lose my shit, y'all. You gonna see mommy blow her fucking top. Okay. Gonna be like a goddamn volcano, y'all. Mount Kilimanjaro, okay? We don't do no little top blowing around here. When I blow my top, I blow my goddamn top, y'all. Okay? Shit gets thrown out the fucking window. Okay? Letters get written. Phone calls are made. White Pumpkinhead says, a sound plan. Yours is the face of the Continental Circus, after all. Well, leave it to me, is what I shall say. I could have besmirched a little bit there, but I feel like I've already besmirched enough, y'all. There's really two sides to me, y'all. I'm not always out here just looking to besmirch at every single opportunity. I don't do that. I try to be fair and just. You know, I try to be judicious. Impresario says, one day, perhaps the tales of my troupe will overshadow even those of the Great Gourd. But until then, I shall continue my work to convey to the realm all that the wake can offer. Ha Now then, 'tis time I returned. As well you know, I cannot leave those scoundrels without their ringleader for too long. And y'all, that's something that I know very well, and I always say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Okay? They will. Impresario says, we shall be performing at the manor for the remainder of the season. Should you wish to join in our festivities, you are welcome to visit us as often as you please. The pumpkin-headed apparition says, in that case, I too shall open my haunted home to you. Adventurer, join me in my gardens, if you dare. Oh, you think you can scare me? Huh. We'll see about that. Pumpkin-headed apparition says, simply speak with my servant, and he shall guide you to my abode. You may entertain yourself there for as long as you wish. Well, what do you mean? I don't want to entertain myself, y'all. I ain't out, like, mommy don't be out here playing with herself. You entertain me. If I'm going to your place, you're the host. You're the one supposed to be entertaining me. Talking about entertain yourself. Entertain yourself. No. No. Wrong. Kind of host are you? Impresario says, the season of devilry and revelry lingers yet, and we shall thrive upon it. May you carouse to your heart's, I think it's carouse. Yeah, carouse to your heart's content. This All Saints Wake. All right, cool. Dressed to Impresario. One and done. Put the little cute pumpkin on it. I love it. And look at here. Look at here. Y'all. We're getting the Ambulario. This a ton. Wait. Is it a mount, or are they giving me like a little cute, like the little bobblehead? You know how they give like the little pet or plushie or whatever. This had better be the mount. I swear to God. It says, this automaton designed in the likeness of the Impresario stands ready to bear you forth in the delightfully fiendish spirit of All Saints Wake. Okay, so bear me forth, that means I can ride upon it, right? Right? I don't have to besmirch, right? Seasonal event, quest complete. Did we do it? Are they gonna release me? Release me to ride my new mount. Please be a mount, for fuck's sake. It says you now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher. And that's the guy I told y'all to help me remember. So they're helping me right here. That's good. Good job, game. At Makedo's Amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. I just noticed this big ass bat pumpkin up here. A damn big ass bat pumpkin. Furthermore, the shady schmuck and her associates, y'all, gee whiz, are now open for business. Baby says bobblehead. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better word. She says it's a sand kitty. Okay, where is my fucking mount? I swear to all that is holy. I swear on everything that is holy and secular that there shall be a great rage set upon me if this is not a fucking mount. Use? Yes, it's a fucking mount, y'all. The Ambulario is in fact a mount, but it's for keeps, right? Because Concrete said they've given out fucking temp mounts, and I'm gonna have a heart attack if this is a fucking temp mount. It better not be. Like, hold up, I gotta figure out where to find it. Mount guide. Surely it's under mount guide. Let me read about it. Okay, it's terrestrial. That means on the land, right? Yeah, I think we understand. Mount Ambulario, designed in the fiendish likeness of the Impresario, the leader of the Continental Circus. This automaton incorporates an enchantment which allows it to weave festive glamours. Oh yeah? Its head also produces a satisfyingly sonorous bonk when struck. For a more mundane sort of amusement? The fuck you say? That is not mundane. That is not a mundane sort of amusement. That is enormous amusement, y'all. Do they not understand it? Does Yoshi P not understand the joy that bonking can provide? Does he not know? Does he not have that information? Somebody get him that information, y'all. It's not mundane. For fuck's sake. Put it on the bar. Let's get the hell out of here so I can mount up on it. Let me get out. How do I get out of here? Let me just think. I need to just... The Black Shroud, anywhere. Like, just anywhere, like right here. Nope, that's where you're at. That's where you're at. Go to, like, right here. Yes. Anywhere. I just want to mount on it. I just want to mount. It's all I'm trying to do. Let me see it in all its glory. So that I may bask in it. Because y'all, explain to me, what is glory without basking? You know, I mean, anytime there's glory, you must bask in it, y'all. I don't make the rules, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. This was worth doing. Like, I am so glad that I played this today, because if I would have waited till next week to play this, I would have missed the Halloween event and I wouldn't have got this cool ass mount. Y'all. I fucking got, look how she rides on it. Hold on, how do you hide your interface so I can see it? Let me see if I can figure this out. Press the scroll lock key. Oh God, I'm on a 66% keyboard. You know what? I shan't delve into it. We'll figure it out another time. But y'all can see, I can zoom out. And y'all can see just how cute this is. Like, oh my good gracious. Look how she like sits forward, puts her hands over its eyes. Y'all, this might be the cutest mount in any fucking game ever. Like, holy shit. Let me see something here. Go to keybind. What would it be under? Shortcuts or system? Toggle UI display mode. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that on Shift Z, y'all. Or what is it in WoW? Is it Alt Z? I forget. Let's just do it like this. Now I can look at my mount. There we go. All right, cool. So we got the Halloween event done, y'all, and that feels like a good place to stop. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that. I'm glad I played Final Fantasy today. Baby says, nuh-uh. Uh-huh. Also, I'm about to pee in my pants, so. But thank you everybody that came out and chatted with me. I had a great time with y'all. Just like always. Everybody that lurked, I appreciate you too. And everybody that will watch the VOD, I appreciate all of you. Your support means a lot to me. Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as my grandmother used to say. She was very, very fond of that saying. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like it. But I shall be live again tomorrow around 10 a.m. If it's not exact, it's not exact, y'all. I just be doing the best I can. That's all anybody can do. But I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I hope y'all just have a really wonderful, really fantastic, joy-filled rest of your day. And whatever you find yourselves doing, I do hope you take joy in it. I really mean that sincerely. And until next time, I'll see you all later. And bye-bye for now.